Happy Tuesday, everyone. Cup of Joe pop up. Sister Cup of Joe pop up. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone? I hope your day is blessed. Well, got my cup of Joe. And I had to take all my little medicines. Till I'm well. Hello, Joshua. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Just having a cup of Joe. Get my day started. I've been doing some cleaning. You know how they do spring cleaning. Well, I don't ever get around to doing an actual spring cleaning. So I said, starting the new year, I would do some spring cleaning in the winter time, and do a cup of Joe. So, how was your Tuesday, Joshua? Hope everything is all well. I'm gonna listen to you all could listen with me while I watch my girls. These are the girls I've had it. They are hilarious. So y'all, stay tuned.
It's all of MAGA can do what pumps?
These girls are silly.
So we're supposed to start the podcast. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Patriots, 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 Black Triots, Brown Triots, all of MAGA can do what pumps? Fuck off! I love that, adding that in, all of MAGA. Fuck off! Welcome to America's top DEI podcast. Pumps, what have you had it with? Okay, what I've had it with are returns. I hate having to return a product. I hate it because I feel like they try to make it harder than it has to be. You have to go to your email, you have to print something, then you have to take it, then you have to go get all that done. Even if you don't have to pay for it, it's just the time that it takes. I ended up just keeping shit a lot of times because it's the hassle. But I have a few things that I know this is going to shock all of our listeners, but I would buy 2 of the exact same things. I did that 3 times for my daughter because she sent a list and I bought it 3 times, like not on purpose, obviously. So I have to go every time I get it. I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? So I just hate returns generally. And I also hate when something looks so good and you buy it and then you come home and it fucking sucks when you actually get it. And there you are, you're having to slop up there and do another return. So that's my thing. I've had it with returns. I completely agree. Returns are a nightmare. Post-Christmas returns, it's like the stores are even busier the week following Christmas because there's sales. And for a lot of people, like maybe you couldn't afford to get the thing that you wanted for your child or for yourself before Christmas. So you're going to get it after Christmas to get all the sales. And the return aspect of it, I feel like either if you're mailing it in, they make it difficult. And if you go to the store to return, the line is like a mile long and completely relatable. Okay. I'm going to tell you what I've had it with. I've had it with tests, like flu test or COVID test up the nose. I don't want something stuck up my nose. Like, can we do the throat? Can we do a cheek? I have a cell phone that can talk to me. I have, like, the technology is so advanced. We're cramming shit up the nose. And so here's what happened, listener. Everybody knows my husband's a hypochondriac, right? And so last week I didn't feel well. And when I very first got COVID, the very first time prior to the vaccine coming out, October of 2020 it was, I had this really weird rash on my torso. And I was like, this is weird. What is this rash? And I thought, well, so I Googled like COVID and rash, and I was like, yeah, it actually is a thing. So I went, cram up the nose, I had COVID. And like the biggest symptom that I had was a rash on my torso combined with feeling very lethargic. So I've had COVID one time since that first time. Same thing, rash, lethargic. So Josh had been up to New York with me and we worked out, done fun stuff together, etc. And then he leaves and I'm like, I don't feel well. I have that weird rash on my torso and I'm so tired. I think I have COVID. And we're on FaceTime. You guys, he goes, what? If you have COVID, then maybe I have COVID. Maybe that'll explain what's been going on with me. But you need to find out. You need to go take the test right now. He's excited. He's excited at the potential. Skipped right over, oh, I'm sorry, you feel bad. But oh my God, if you have this gift of COVID, maybe I can have the same gift of COVID because he's a hypochondriac. Pops, he was elated. He's like, we're FaceTiming each other. He's back in OKC. I'm in New York. And he's, we're just kind of like, and when I told him, it was just a complete excitement.
And so, how are you feeling?
No. I mean, he's so sweet after that. Like, don't work out today, take the time off because I
Right.
go. I'm a workaholic. I work out all the time. But no, it's an immediate, oh my God, if she has COVID, then maybe I can be sick too.
Hi, Lucy.
There was an excitement.
Happy Tuesday. Cup of Joe, Papa.
Sure. I don't know this, but I'm guessing, even though he didn't feel bad, he probably gave himself an at-home COVID. Would you bet against it?
For sure. Oh my God. We need to ask him, but 100%. Like he loves medical tests, diagnoses, things to discuss with ChatGPT. He lives for this shit. I mean, he lives for this shit. It's crazy. I wonder if, have you heard of any other people that get the rash as their
No.
symptom?
You're the only person that I have ever heard of getting the rash. And you were the first person, like during COVID, that had the rash. And
It's
I'm
always
always
my main
that
symptom,
you
rash.
Google get a rash and COVID. I would have never made the connection. I would have thought, oh, I have eczema, I have dry skin. So I mean, that's good on you.
I knew it was something weird the first time because I felt a little off, but it was just like this rash was everywhere. If you think about it, like viruses,
Yeah.
typically there's some sort of chicken pox, measles, mumps, which by the way, have you seen this whole thing
Yes.
about like the measles?
It's unbelievable. It's totally believable. But it's like, here is RFK Jr., who is the biggest of all the nuts on the planet. He stands out as a bigger one, plus his voice. He
Yeah.
is an attorney. He is not a doctor. He is now saying, oh, well, we don't need the vaccine, blah, blah, blah. Measles cases are up 14,000%.
Oh my
That
God.
is so unnecessary. So unnecessary.
Yeah, I think the biggest call out that we need to keep calling out is the pro-lifers that are actually pro-death, pro-disease, pro little kids getting shot up in school. I mean, it's just the biggest parade of hypocrisy on the planet. These pro-life champions, they're so full of shit, and the damage, this anti-scientific damage that the right wing has done. It kills people. A lot of people died of COVID because Fox News and others propagandized that getting the vaccine was like, some horrible thing. Do you remember that time that Kylie signed you up for that right-wing dating site? And like
yes.
a lot of the things were like, woman I'm looking for, and it was like not vaxxed. Like that was like their number one thing. Like you couldn't be vaccinated.
Yeah, on top of wanting me to cook and clean and raise their kids. Other than that. Yeah, but the anti-vax stuff, I do not understand it at all. Like it seems to me to be the dumbest.
To all of the triple trumping doctors
that triple trumped, that have all of these nut anti-vaxxers in their waiting rooms, or people that think they're smarter than the doctor, they deserve every fucking long day that they get. They deserve every ChatGPT conversation that their patient has had and now is cramming up their throat. If you are a triple trumping doctor and you make money and your livelihood is based on science, and then you voted for an anti-science administration because you wanted a little bit of a tax break, and you continue, you triple down on it, every insufferable MAGA patient that you have, you deserve. And I think you should exclusively only have anti-vax MAGA patients. I think that's what they deserve. It's only
Happy
the anti-vax MAGA
Tuesday.
patients. And I think RFK should be their doctor. So if
This
they
is
have
a
any
cup
kind
of
of
Joe
health problem, they
pop
go
up
to him
listening
and let him fix them. This is an interesting, you
Listening.
brought this up and I've been meaning to mention it to you.
to the girls.
So I
I've had
was
it.
Reviewing the Supreme Court's
Hit the like
session
for me.
where the
Hit the
Trump
like,
administration
please.
wants to be able to fire independent federal agencies. And Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson made an extremely apt remark when she said, if you take away expertise from these fields and put in partisan hacks, people will suffer. Well, because she is female and because she is Black, the MAGAverse went crazy talking about a DEI judge and da da da. And I thought, are these people so stupid? They don't realize Trump is already doing this. Look at the Secretary of Health and Human Services, a complete fucking moron that is saying every conspiracy about vaccine is true. Measles is up. Science research and all that is down. Like, that's exactly what he's doing. He does not value expertise, and it is on perfect display in this administration. It's repulsive. I get furious. Well, it's on purpose because facts have a liberal bias. And, you know, also I think there's that component. So you have all of these like PragerU, Heritage Foundation that wants to dumb down electorate so they can have a decades-long majority reign. But at the same time, you also have the right-wing MAGA Christians that have colluded with the oligarchs, and the oligarchs know that the easiest, most malleable, manipulatable form of the public, same thing Putin knew, were the gun religious nuts. And so the oligarchs, interestingly, they're anti-expertise because they think they're better experts. Because
Hey, Mad Dog.
yeah. And
Good
so
morning.
it's like, you know, like
Happy
Peter Thiel is
Tuesday.
also
Cup
an
of Joe
expert in the
pop up.
Antichrist. And
Listening
you know,
to
Alex
I've had
Carter,
it, girls.
you know,
They are
here's another
hilarious.
thing about these guys. So you have the administration that has
Having a
gone,
cup of Joe,
like,
y'all.
hard
Having
in
a
the
cup of
paint,
Joe.
like we have to prevent autism. They've demonized people with autism by making it seem like it is this curse. You take Tylenol, your baby's going to have, you know, neurodivergent issues, et cetera. I mean, what they've done, the damage they've done regarding autism and people living with autism, and the way they have categorized it on television as this like horrible curse. And this has all come from MAGA. At the same time, you have these oligarchs that appear high on TV, Elon Musk and Alex Karp, but they roll out when everybody's like, oh my God, these people are coked up. Then they go, oh, he's actually just neurodivergent. And I'm like, y'all are the people that are acting like autism is this horrible thing and it's a curse. And then when you're too high and too big of a crackhead on national television, global television, then you have your PR team trot out that you're neurodivergent. And so just the hypocrisy and the double speaking and the dehumanization of this combination of cultists, like religious psychosis cultists, with these people, these billionaires that also experience this type of we're the experts of everything psychosis. These are the people that are in charge. It's just so depressing. Welcome to I've Had It. I'm Jennifer. I'm Angie. We have Kylie here. She's a lesbian producer, cute as butt.
She is a lesbian.
I just think I want to always point it out because there's such an effort for people to diminish LGBTQ plus people.
And I just want everybody to know Kylie was hired on merit.
That's right. Seth, obviously being a white male, straight.
He's our
DEI hire.
Okay, I've got some reviews to show you guys. So this one is 5 stars, titled Hit It. And Little One writes, this podcast is exactly what Democrats need. Enough with the pick-me politicians, and these 1-star reviews by the sheep are quite hilarious. Do you red hats have any thoughts of your own, or do you just keep doing and thinking what Daddy Fox News and Kinks tell you to?
It's nice to think that we're what anybody needs, isn't it?
Yeah, so I love these when we get good reviews. Are we still getting doxxed in the reviews?
We are. I've got a 1-star right here for
Y'all
you.
get
Oh,
doc.
good.
Women like this make us look ... 1 star, and they write, both of these women think like children, not like adult women. Their behavior on the show is ugly and nasty. Imagine 2 drunk people who aren't entertaining. That is this show.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Not true, obviously, but it's kind of funny. Like that's immediately where they have to go. They've got to be, you know what I mean? It's just,
The drinking thing is really funny to me because it's both sides. They say it as this compliment, as liberal wine moms, and then the right will use it, they're just drunk, they're on drugs. I think that's so interesting.
I just think that this is always applied to women.
Yeah.
Like whether it's the left applying it to women or the right applying it to women, you don't see the same adjectives applied to men. I mean, there was that one, remember that blogger, like Scary Mommy, that would always post about us all the time, and it would be like, mom podcasters say this, or mom podcasters say that. And it was just like, the entire episode, we never spoke about our children, not one time, yet you're attributing our podcast to us being mothers instead of being individuals. And here's the thing, I love being a mother, but you don't apply that to, when Obama was president, we don't say dad president. When we talk about Joe Rogan, we don't say dad podcaster. And the same thing, we don't, talk about whether or not men podcasters or people in media are drinking and or not drinking. It's just a lot of this is inherent sexism on both sides. Now listen, at the same time, I'm not offended by this. Right. I'm just pointing it out. It's not something where I'm like, oh my God. Funny thing is, Pumps is sober. She's been sober for 2 years, doesn't drink or use drugs. And I haven't drank in, I don't know, 12, 13 years. And so it's funny, but I mean, I can see that sometimes we might seem like we're punch drunk because we get to giggling so much. But I just do think there's just a lot of inherent sexism in the descriptions, but at the same time, I'm not offended by it. Nobody needs to go back and correct it. I do think for the Scary Mommy blogger people, I do think that they kept like targeting that. And I couldn't understand, like, why do they keep calling us mom podcasters when our show is not about motherhood? Right. I mean, sometimes we would talk about performative motherhood and us having it with performative motherhood, but I thought that was really weird. So
the perfect cash event
Well-
did not exist until now. I gotta tell you.
Those are my girls, Pumps and Jennifer. They are hilarious when they get to talking about MAGA and everything that's going on. They are just too funny. Yeah, so I'm just here, just getting up. Well, not just getting up. I've been up since 6, and I'm just having a cup of joe. I said I might as well go on and greet the people, my people. And I'll probably be doing breakfast later on. I had to take my medicine and hook up my wounds and wrap everything up. And so having a cup of joe, have a cup of joe pop up and get my day started.
Recognize the sexism. It's so indoctrinated. It's so dyed in the wool. So it's a great point.
Okay, I've got one last one. This one is 5 stars, titled Pursuing Legal Action. And Jenny writes, listened to an episode last week that made me laugh so hard I nearly fell off of the treadmill. Super embarrassing. Everyone watched me stumble, grab the rails, and eventually find my footing while cry laughing. Last month, while on the hill, I nearly said Moses Mike instead of Speaker Mike Johnson. I'm a lobbyist, and this would have been very bad. So, since this is Trump's America and we no longer have to be responsible for our own actions, it's all your fault, and I'm lowering up. It has nothing to do with my own clumsiness or borderline obsession with both podcasts. Just kidding. I love you three. Yes, I'm including Kylie. Thank you for providing the vocabulary we all need to fight another day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've been that person that's fallen on a treadmill and like been catching myself, so I get that. Wouldn't that be so great if somebody called him Moses Mike to his face? Oh my God, yeah, I do. I think it'd be an act of patriotism. Yeah, he's so dumb. He'd probably be like, I am Moses. He'd probably take it as a compliment.
Yeah, he totally would.
Moses, so you can call me Moses.
Yeah, he totally would. A Christmas miracle has taken place. So we decided to go do a live show in Atlanta on January 31st. And we were for sure like the ticket sales are going to be lackluster. Nobody's going to come. I'll be damned if it didn't sell out in like a couple of days. So the organizer was like, you should do another day. And I'm like, that's a pretty big ask for two old broads like us. Right, so we added an additional day. Ticket sales were getting about close to halfway. February 1st, center stage in Atlanta, and it is also a matinee because we are going to normalize matinees. We're going to normalize a reasonable start time. We're not going to start a show at 8 or 9 p.m.
No,
And you're going to
past bedtime.
wake up the next day feeling hungover, strung out. Why did I hang out with all of these radical leftists, anti-fascists? We're not going to do that because we're pro-matinee, we're pro-democracy, we're anti-MAGA, and we're anti-fascist.
Come see us. It's going to be so fun. I love getting together at a live show with all of the people. It's such a community.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. All right, listener, a new year, and you always hear the new you. Why do you have to be a new you? You can actually be a less burdened you, and therapy can help you with that. That's why I absolutely twice a month meet with my therapist online for BetterHelp. They have a therapist match commitment. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. They typically get it right the
Really
first
good,
time.
y'all.
However, if you're not happy with your match, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is one of the world's largest online therapy platforms, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. Listener, BetterHelp makes it easy to get matched online with a qualified therapist. Sign up and get 10% off at BetterHelp.com/hadit. That's BetterHelp. HELP.com/hadit. What's next, Kylie?
I've got a couple news stories for you.
Okay.
So this one says an American mother claims her baby is dark-skinned because of her ancestors. And if you're listening, it's a photo of what appears to me to be a very white couple. And they just had a baby who is black. And the caption says, an American couple went viral after the newborn appeared significantly darker skinned than both parents. The mother publicly claimed the baby's skin tone was the result of distant ancestry, saying dormant genetic traits can reappear generations later. While genetics can produce unexpected physical traits, experts note that extreme difference in skin tone are statistically rare and usually involve more genetic factors.
Okay, here's the deal. I've seen this, and here's what happened. She did a little chocolate slap and tickle.
Yep.
That's just all there is to it. And she has a black baby. She's white. The alleged baby daddy in that photo is white. And now she's trying to go back and unfuck the black guy who is the dad of this baby and pitch to us some sort of genetic lineage that we all know is BS. And I don't like these shows like Maury or, but in this instance, she needs to be on one of those shows. We need to do a cheek swab, end it, But instead, to spend that amount of time trying to unscrew somebody is just wild to me.
Well, what's so funny is when you said she wants to unfuck. And I'm like, girl, I've been there. There's a lot of people on the list that I want to unfuck. Unfortunately, there's evidence for her. And I think she's trying to prove it to her husband. I would suspect he's not buying it. Well, I mean, 5 years from now, we'll probably all know. But yeah, I'm not a Maury fan. But this, if we're going to have to listen to this bullshit, we need a DNA test.
Yeah, I agree. I want to do it ourselves. And I mean, just for fun, I'm so tired of covering all the Trump stuff. I'd love to have them on
Yeah.
and like do the test. And then we can announce, Mr. White Dude, you are not the father. Yeah, we have our dogs, involved in it. Yeah, just kind of have a crazy show. Like, why does everybody else get to have all this crazy shit? I want to do, I want to just listen to opera.
Good
blaring
morning,
it loud,
Sharonda.
and, like Trump does. I mean, it's just all
Happy
everybody's just so
Tuesday.
unhinged all the
Cup
time.
of Joe pop
And
up.
then there's a
Listening
lot of
to my
listeners
girls.
like
I've had
Jar
it.
and you're leading
They are
the charge, girls.
hilarious.
Mhm.
Okay, we've got another one. This
Thanks
one,
for coming
the
in
headline
to
is
my
calling
listening
someone bald
Cup of Joe
is
pop
now
up.
considered sexual harassment, according to judges. And it goes on to say, a recent ruling determined that calling someone bald can legally qualify as sexual harassment in certain workplace contexts. Judges argue that the term is often used to target men in a derogatory manner tied to gender. The decision expands how harassment protections can be interpreted under employment laws.
I'm kind of conflicted about this one because I do think we have to protect harassment in the workplace. Do I think this is ridiculous and stupid? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I think that it's demeaning to call someone bald if that's just a fact? Like, I'm a blonde, you're a blonde. You know what I mean? So I'm torn.
I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I just think that if somebody's bald, they're bald. I don't really see it as derogatory.
Yeah, I don't either.
Some people look really fabulous bald. Some people really like work it, and you're like, okay. Yeah. And a lot of people go to great lengths, like the president, to cover up his bald head. And so, I mean, I don't know. Some people are bald. That's just all there is to it, and that's just.
Well, speaking of that, if judges think that is sexual, some kind of harassment, then I better get me some lawyers because I am bald. I cut my hair anytime I choose, and if someone called me bald head, I mean that's just the damn truth because I'm bald. I don't have no hair. I mean, whether it's derogatory or not. So I don't get this. These people come up with all kind of crazy ass shit. And for that to be some kind of harassment, that's just really far-fetched. They just come up with anything. These fucking snowflake crybabies.
That's it. What are we supposed to call them? Hairless? And then
Bald and hairless.
that's what I
Hairless,
think.
man.
Yeah, like I just, it's like if you're describing somebody, like, oh, will you go grab that lady over there, the one standing next to the bald man?
Right.
Or will you go describe? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Kylie, what do you think?
I think it's stupid, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know
Me
what else you're
too,
supposed to
Kylie.
do. It's not offensive unless they have a chip on their shoulder. It's not a slur. You are bald.
Right. I mean, I guess in the workplace, if you're like, hey, you ugly ass bald headed motherfucker, that's harassment. But I
Right.
don't know that really falls on bald.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay, last news story says 65% of dating app users are married or in a relationship, according to a recent report. Researchers say the rise of partnered individuals on dating apps is driven by curiosity, validation seeking, and in some cases, secretive behavior within relationships. Many users admitted to using the apps to gauge attractiveness, boost self-esteem, or explore options without necessarily planning to meet anyone in person. This trend raises concerns about transparency and trust in modern dating culture.
That's people suck. People just fucking suck. If you're married, you shouldn't be on a dating app. It's just that simple. I mean,
I just think there's so many people that want their cake and want to eat it too. It's just like, I was shocked when I became an adult at the amount of fuckery that goes on with adults and married adults in particular, because you have this idea when you're younger. When I'm big, I'll get to do this. And when I'm big, it'll solve my problems. And then you have this illusion that older people means less problems, when actually it's to the contrary. And then you find out, like, you know, I was so surprised that like all these women, you know, they're popping Xannies. And I was surprised too, not only at the men that screwed around on their wives, because you expect that a little bit more on a man, and I don't mean to be sexist, I kind of do, but at the women. I mean, like, Pumps and I know these women that, like, remember that girl that was telling us about all those housewives that were going to get happy ending massages, the female version?
yes, that was told to me by one of the people that did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like, going to get a massage ending with a finger bang. You know, I mean, like, and these are like churchgoer, good do, you know, I'm going to yoga and I'm
Happily married, like you
yeah.
from the outset, you say happily married.
After carpool, it's a massage finger bang. And it's just like, what? I mean, and here's the thing, like, whatever. The ones that drive me the craziest about all of this are the ones that I know who are like with the cross. And then you find, and they're always the most screwed up ones.
The worst offenders always tend to be the ones standing on the, street saying, "Oh my gosh, we're such good Christians. We have a godly family, blah, 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 blah." And it's like, I can't even imagine the sick and twisted shit that's going on if you're having to tell us how great it is. You know what I mean? It's just always that person.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, I've got listener voice memos today.
Yay!
Great.
We're gonna kick it off with Ian.
Hey ladies, I love your podcast. I adore you all. And your podcast brings such levity to this crazy world we live in. It's truly like therapy for me. I can laugh and cry at the same time. Like I can cry about all the things that are scary, and then I can sit there and just laugh at things like Taco Tits, Kinks, Lil Smokey, Moses Mike Grinder Johnson, Kitten Heels, and just laugh at these petty jabs at these stupid motherfuckers. Anyway, I have had it with the narrative that somehow left-wing, progressive, liberal men are weak, and that the right-wing men are the strong ones. All right, let's just take a step back for a minute and just physically look at these people. On the right, who do you have? Like Nick Fuentes, who is a proud Nazi virgin who's like 5'2", Ben Shapiro, and then Kitten Heels, Ron DeSantis. Like, these are the strong men that you're talking about. Look at their fucking leader. He's like 300 pounds of mush and he's demented and old. Like, stop. No. Progressive men are the strong and hot ones. Like, look at Hassan Piker. Like, enough said.
Yeah.
Go into any gay bar, you're going to see a bunch of hot, strong, buff men who will kick your ass if you fuck with them. And they are emotionally intelligent, they're smart, and they're physically strong. So no, it's left-wing men who are the strong, manly men, I guess. And so we need to push that narrative. Right-wing men are little bitches and they're weak.
Yeah.
Left-wing men are big, strong motherfuckers. Anyway, happy holidays. And
I mean, no notes. That's so well said. And I think about this all the time. I think about these little twerps. Like Stephen Miller's like 4'10", Moses Mike Grinder Johnson, 4'11" tops. And no disrespect to any of these short men, because I know a lot of short men that don't have Napoleon complex, that are, 100% support feminism and support LGBTQ plus rights. But I just think when you have a man and his entire ethos is to affirm his masculinity, it requires him to beat down other people, then you're dealing with varying degrees of issues pertaining to compensation.
I completely agree. I'm with you. If you show me a man that is disrespectful or demeans other people, I immediately know it's low T, little dick energy. Because for me, the most masculine someone can be is to lift other people up. and stand for other people. But just picking on somebody to make yourself feel better, that to me is little dick energy of the highest.
Well, and
order.
think about this, like their idealized form of masculinity is Donald Trump.
That's
He's
so crazy to me.
wears a full face of makeup. I mean, petty party of one, your table's now available. He is resentful. All of the stereotypes that get projected on women or projected on quote unquote beta liberals, this man has every single one of them. And then they all are warriors for him in this regard to make sure he never gets his feelings hurt. But I mean, like, the fact that he's some idealized form of masculinity is just wild to me.
It's crazy.
He's loop-de-doos his hair, dyes it, the makeup wipes, just listening to him in a conversation, how wildly insecure he is, and how he has to talk about, I'm the best at this, I'm the best at that. He's just such a whiner, and he's such the main thing for me that I think is a constant is MAGA men whine.
Wine.
They whine planers, and they're just always upset about something. They're like such fun haters. Like they're just like every time Stephen Miller's on Fox News, I think, God, he's hysterical.
It's hysterical.
Hysterical. Somebody needs to check this man's blood pressure and his heart rate and get him a benzodiazepine ASAP, because he is on, must be his time of month. Like all of these men seem like they are in the throes of PMS at all times, completely hysterical. And then you see women, progressive women in these positions that are strong and not whining, not complaining, make perfect sense. So it's just utterly wild to me that's like that people like this form of faux masculinity.
I completely agree. And I'll tell you what else. I'm so fucking tired of the victimhood. Donald Trump's a victim. I mean, he's still talking about losing the 2020 election. Like the president of the United States, he's a victim all the fucking time. And I was married to somebody that can make himself a victim of every story. So maybe I'm just more in tune to it. It triggers me. If you're such a huge alpha male, why are you constantly saying everybody's being mean to me? Seth Meyers is mean to me. Jimmy Kimmel's, I mean, it's just like, grow the fuck up.
Because he's a pussy.
He's a pussy.
All of these men are. Every single one of them is, their life's goal is to they are trying to avoid facing the fact that they're not that masculine. And so we're watching the whole thing be played out on a global stage right now. And at the end of the day, we'll be at the end of the road saying, here's the deal. You're just puss boys, okay? You need to go. I mean, you're just puss boys. You're betas. You are the betas, and it's okay. Embrace
Fucking
it.
betas.
But you're not it.
You are not it.
All right, guys.
So the slot to
That's all I have for this Cup of Joe pop-up. Thank you all for the ones that came in. Thanks for the likes, and thanks for listening with me. And, you all have a nice, beautiful, blessed Tuesday. And I'm going to do breakfast and may record it for you. So, see you guys later. Happy Tuesday. Be blessed.